Iris is the CEO of Googale. She will explain us later what it means. Avi Snir, who is from Elevation Academy, and they will explain it later. And Tali Gueta, where are you? Hi, Tali. Tali, who works in CodeMonkey. So instead of letting me describing what they do, I think that it would be better if you describe what you are doing very briefly, and you are allowed to integrate some demos if you like.
Okay.
So Iris, shall we start with you?
Okay. Thank you very much. My name is Iris Yam. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Googale ICT Sandbox. I will leave you the example from the last presentation. I'm now mastering mind growth, so I'm not very fluent yet in English, so I have some cards. How do you do it? Okay. So what we do in Googale, or in ICT Sandbox, we provide digital tools for young children in order to teach them what we do in the real world. We have provided a unique suite of tools, and I'll show you how a 4-year-old that cannot read and write can access the internet on his own. I'll show you 2 of the tools.
I'm Judy, the teacher, and this is my class. Let's say Kate has just come back from a holiday in Spain where she saw a jellyfish on the beach. The children want to know what a jellyfish eats. Instead of my telling them, they can find out for themselves. Kate logs in and goes straight to Let Me Discover. Everything in the program is presented in 3 languages, spoken, written, and symbols, so Kate can very easily find the jellyfish and the information she's looking for. Animals. Sea creatures, jellyfish. We've cut the information to small pieces to keep the child's attention. What do they eat? Jellyfish eat small fish and other sea creatures. They capture their prey with their tentacles, which contain venom, which can be found underneath their bodies. When Kate wants to exit, a question pops up, so that she gets used to asking herself, did I achieve my mission? Exit. Did you find an answer for what you were looking for? Yes. Well done. Now let me demonstrate email me, send a letter. Let's say Kate wants to send a get well card to Rachel, who is ill. Who shall I write to? To my class. To a child in my class. Kate can choose a suitable card. Greetings. Get well soon. The only thing I need to do is teach Kate to sign her name. She can use the keyboard, or if it's easier, the virtual keyboard. Stickers. She can personalize it and send it. The best way to promote written literacy is having a reason to write. And what you've seen here is how we plant the seeds of caring human behavior.
So this was the demo, and I think that also an answer for the last speaker, the previous one, saying about the blue ocean of dealing and handling emotions and actually teaching children in this digital world how to be empathy to each other and how to relate in the human condition and in an ethical and moral way communicate. Mike.
Hello. Hi, I'm Avi Snir, CEO and co-founder of Elevation Academy. First of all, thank you for having me, and thank you for speaking about closing the skills gap, because it's really important, and this is what keeps us awake at night. In Elevation Academy, it's a new academy, but it's not just an academy. We call it an educational ecosystem from the industry and to the industry. Actually, what we're doing is we're teaching people the emerging professions of the 21st century according to real industry demands. The problem is, in our opinion, that the rapid pace of technology is keep changing the job market dramatically. If you're reading researches from Thomas Ray, Da Vinci Center, or from Singularity University, if we're looking at 2030 as a reference point, 2 billion jobs will disappear, and from the other hand, 60% of the best jobs still haven't been existed. So we want to be in a place that we can find the new positions, the new professions, build really fast the training, and train the right people for the right professions. We believe that, it's like today everybody's speaking about do what you love and love what you do, but if you're working in something that you love and you love what you're working at, life is more beautiful. And our goal is actually to help people change their life and find the right path. So how are we doing it? For now, what we're doing is we're doing kind of an aggregation of all the job descriptions, and we're not just asking ourselves what are the skills, the gap in the skills. We're actually looking at the industry and try to figure out what the industry needs from a programmer, what the industry needs from a Facebook marketer. And then we're building together with the companies the courses. So we have the first ever certified by Facebook course, because we created a Facebook marketing position, and we have around 400 open positions just in Israel for this position. We're doing coding bootcamps around JavaScript as a primary language, and we started courses like growth hacking and community management long before companies like Uber and WeWork came to Israel and did it. The products are bootcamps, career accelerator, where we're taking the right people and bringing them not just the professional training, also kind of the personal calling and the soft skills that are needed for the new job market. And the other courses are part-time courses where you can just take your position from one place to the next level. In Israel, we have a big gap, and we see it from the academy and from the places that you're teaching the people, not just in new professions, also in professions that are already here, like digital marketing or coding. And this is our goal, and we think that if we'll work right together with the Ministry of Economy, together with companies from the industry, we can take all this knowledge from the startup nation and actually build something that can take all the world to the new place of new professions.
Okay, I'm fine with this, thanks. Hi everyone, my name is Tali. I'm the product manager at CodeMonkey Studios. CodeMonkey is an online game that teaches kids coding starting from the age of 9 and up to 16, even though we also have grown-ups playing CodeMonkey to learn to code. Mainly the reason that we think it's important to teach young kids to learn to code is that researchers show that in 4 years from now, there's going to be over 1 million jobs unfilled in the field of computer science, and that's only in the United States. In Israel, we can already see that there is a big gap in the number of programmers that are available for the market. And we believe that by starting early and introducing kids to coding at a young age, we can show them that it's not scary and it's not boring, and it could actually be fun. And hopefully by that we will encourage them to pursue jobs and careers in computer science in the future.
Yeah. Can you describe briefly what CodeMonkey is, what its uniqueness, how you teach coding with CodeMonkey?
Yes, okay, so as I said, CodeMonkey is an online game in which you have to program a cute little monkey to catch bananas, and you tell the monkey what to do by writing lines of code in a real programming language called CoffeeScript. And the game is built out of small challenges, and as you complete more challenges, it gets more complex as we introduce more complex concepts of computer science, like loops and variables and functions, events, and by the end of the course, the kids can already create their own apps and games using what they learned in CodeMonkey.
Okay, now we'll ask each one of you who are your competitors, who compete you, okay? Because what other companies do what you do? And then we'll go to Avi and to Iris. Yes.
Competitors?
What?
It wasn't in the script.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
okay. Well, there are, for coding mainly, the biggest approach that is available these days is block-based coding, which is a simulation of coding that is, it's like visual blocks that look like Lego blocks, and you put them together and it creates a script, and that's like a visual simulation of coding, and that's really good for younger kids. And there's a platform called Scratch that was created by MIT, and that's a really great tool for kids to get started. It's a really great tool for them to get creative. But we feel that by exposing kids to text-based coding, where they really have to put attention to syntax, it just makes them more aware of all the little things that can go wrong, and it makes them just aware of the details.
Thank you. Avi?
So in Israel, unfortunately, there is no new competitors. We had like a big revolution around the 90s with new colleges. So if you want to join in, it's great and it's good. In the world, in the US, there are big companies that doing things that are the same. We have our own differentiation, but Galvanize and Startup Institute and General Assembly are all big companies that closing the skills gap and trying to bring the new professions. If you're looking at boot camps or coding boot camps, just in the West Coast, there's around 80% of the boot camps in the world. So most of the things are happening in the US. Things are starting to happen also in Europe, especially in Paris with 42 and other companies. And we're starting a new revolution from Israel, and we hope to take it abroad.
Okay, I have them noted down. Okay. I would hesitate to say we don't have any competitors, which we actually don't know if we have. We didn't find them yet. We are a company based on pedagogic based and using the technology. So, and kindergarten early years are sometimes, or most of the time, being neglected. So this blue ocean allows us actually to teach children what they will need to know from really young age. So looking at the competition, we're quite alone. It's a huge advantage, but also a very challenging position to be in.
Thank you.
Welcome.
The next question addresses the high-tech industry in Israel. And what is interesting me is to hear what are the relationships between you as EdTech companies and the high-tech industry. What does it support your development? Does it interrupt? What are the relationships with the high-tech industry in general?
So us, it's not a traditional EdTech, but we depend on the industry. And we're measuring ourselves in placement rate. So we have to have the industry with us. We're working really close with the companies, and they're the one that telling us what to teach, and they're the one that actually taking the people and training them after the courses. So it's really close. And when we're looking at the bigger picture of the ecosystem, so there are two things. First, I think all the high-tech industry wants minorities or new people in Israel to be part of the scene. Israeli Arabs, Haredi women and men, and people from the periphery, and we're doing things around this also, and companies are helping us in sponsoring courses. Google sponsored courses for Haredi women that we did with Google on Android. And the other thing is actually, to take all the knowledge from the great companies that are in Israel and bring it all over, so people like to do it.
Thank you.
For us, it's mainly big companies that understand the importance of teaching coding. So they help us push it forward. For example, SanDisk in Kfar Saba, they initiated a company competition between the employees' kids, where all the kids had to play CodeMonkey in order to learn the code, but then like winners of the competition got really cool prizes, and that model kind of replicated itself to other high-tech companies. So that's our main touching point with other companies in Israel, and we're also we participated in the Mindset Accelerator, so that's our big touch point and a big help for us.
Okay. And as we are dealing with early years, it's a bit early to speak about how we contribute this EdTech, the technology market, but we can say that if we start very young, like in kindergarten, we will see the collaboration and the teamwork and all the stuff that you do naturally in kindergarten also implement in digital and technology. So this is the connection.
Thank you. One last quick question is, do you do any research about your product, about how the children study with the product? Just yes or no?
Who does the research?
No, if you or someone else, or is there any research that is connected or is done on your product development?
I do a lot of user testing, if that answers your question.
Okay.
But we also have research going on in the Tel Aviv University, like an official research.
Okay, Avi?
So the real thing that matters is if people finding a job, and this is what we're measuring, and if people not completing the course, so we're measuring internally why and how.
Okay, Iris?
And we're starting, we hope to start research soon.
Okay, so I'll make my case, okay, in 2 sentences. I think that too many things are developed without research. And it has many reasons. And what I would like to offer you, all of you, there is tons of data that is waiting for research. And we at the Technion look for experts both in qualitative data analysis, but also in quantitative. And it means big data. So if anyone has an interest in exploring this direction, please contact me. We will be able to create a working group, so to do something with these phenomena. It's not unique to Israel. It happens all over the world that a lot of work is done in education, and it is not user tested. It's not what I am saying. It is not, the learning processes are not tested, and it has many reasons. I will not go into the details now, but if you are interested in this topic, please let me know and we will proceed.